source for me. There you are. Yep. So you'll want to hold it sideways, right? And I'll show you what it looks like. And I can pull you up a preview right now. So just whatever you have is going to show up for me, and I can pull it up. I'll pull it up right there.
Sounds good.
Then it won't have that feedback. It'll be down there. Have it have the volume turned up so he can hear our stuff. Okay. You don't have to worry about it right away, but yeah, we'll have it. It'll be good. So, all right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it'll work. We'll just do that beforehand. Starting lineups, middle, and then in the post game as well. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Mackerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Good evening and welcome to Centennial Digital on the Central Iowa Sports Network, driven by Freedom Tire. Today and always, our pregame show is brought to you by Sinorama Ankeny. Sinorama Ankeny is your full-service sign and graphics company. We design, produce, and install all types of exterior and interior signs, graphics for vehicles, including vehicle wraps, walls, windows, and doors. We also do banners, yard signs, business cards, real estate signs, trade show and exhibit displays, flags, and more. Call us at 515-216-1240 or visit www.sinorama-ankeny.com. It is a windy night on the north side of Ankeny. I'm pretty sure it's a windy night all around the entire state of Iowa right now, as we've got 30-mile-an-hour winds with higher gusts whipping across the field right now. They're actually at our back up here in the press box as they push out across the field, so really not much of an advantage for either team, maybe slightly out of the northwest tonight, maybe just a little bit out of the north, but definitely a lot more west. Right now, we have got Ames in town tonight. The Little Cyclones, their season opener. The Jaguars ranked number 1 in the state of Iowa, the defending state champs, the most recent Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union poll. Well, the first one of the year, the opener, the Jags were victorious 10-0 over Carlisle on Tuesday night, and now we find ourselves here on Friday night, and then again tomorrow morning. Another game for the Jaguars where they will play Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. Tonight, though, it's the Little Cyclones, now of the Alliance Conference, no longer in the CIML, but still coming down here to play the Jaguars tonight. Mentioned the Jaguars ranked number 1 in the most recent Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union poll. Ankeny, crosstown rival Hawks, ranked number 2, so it is going to be a really fun year here for soccer. A fun spring. We'll start boys action next week here on Centennial Digital, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be just as fun because those are going to be a couple very highly ranked teams, probably a couple top 5 teams here in the state here when the boys soccer season gets kicked off as well. We've got a full crew here tonight. Going to have a lot of fun. We'll have some sideline reports with Cash Von Bali. Got our cameras from up here. We've got Austin Oliver coming in shortly to do our play-by-play as always. And if you can't make it here tonight or just want to stay home where it's warm and not windy, curl up, get us up on the big screen. Have a good time watching some soccer here tonight. It's the Jags and the Little Cyclones, and we want to be sure and thank Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law. They are presenting our boys and girls soccer coverage all season long, a community-driven law firm with a passion for giving back. LGL Law is the team to not only fit the legal needs of our community members, but also support the things that make Ankeny a great place to live, work, and play. Austin Oliver is getting ready to go here with our play-by-play call. We'll be back with more of the pregame show and the starting lineups right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Josh Fitness, Mackerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Welcome to North Ankeny, Iowa. We're here at the Centennial Jaguar field here for a matchup tonight for the Crosstown Soccer Invite for 2023. Got 4 teams that are going to be involved in the Crosstown Invite here. And the Ames Cyclones tonight here. And then we have Ankeny Hawks playing Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln over on the south side field tonight. We're just about a minute away from getting started with starting lineups. We're going to have an interesting game tonight because of the weather conditions here. We've just got some really strong winds blowing out of the east to the west. It's definitely going to be a factor in the game tonight and affecting the passes that get up into the air. So girls are going to be looking to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible to take that disadvantage away from them and have the wind play a part, but we're looking forward to seeing a good game tonight. The referees are taking the field as we speak right now, and the girls are getting lined up for the starting lineups. We'll be dropping in with the PA announcer here in just a second to get the starting lineups. We do have an added feature in tonight. We'll be having a cameraman down on the field. We'll get some audio and some video from down there tonight. It's a little bit of added feature. This is getting more professional, more and more professional each and every time we get a chance to get out here. Starting lineups in tonight's game are brought to you by 72 Degrees, the Comfort Company.
The first game here tonight to feature the Little Cyclones. And your Centennial Jaguars. Let's meet the starting lineup. First, the visiting Little Cyclones. At defense, number 3, Ankeny. At forward, a junior, number 5, Winky. At midfield, a junior, number 8, Prakash. At midfield, a junior, number 9, Evans. At midfield, a sophomore, number 10, Nadia Kabashi. At forward, a senior, number 13, Cameron Boom. At defense, a senior, number 15, Brecky. At midfield, a senior, number 16, Dolly. At midfield, a senior, number 17, Eliza. And at defense, a senior, number 19, Alexandra Kuhlman-Snyder. In goal for the Little Cyclones, number 0, senior, Taya Popian. now the starting lineup for your Centennial Jaguars. At midfield, a senior, number 3, Alana Bennington. At defenseman, a junior, number 4, Avery Lewis. At defenseman, a sophomore, number 7, Madison Palaszczuk. At defenseman, a senior, number 9, Ella Budacek. At midfield, a sophomore, number 10, Olivia Ruska. At forward, a senior, number 11, Avery Porter. At forward, a sophomore, number 16, Ava Martin. At midfield, a freshman, number 20, Emily Gardner. At forward, a senior, number 21, Katie Coulter. And at the net, a freshman, number 23, Evie Doyle. In goal for the Jaguars, a senior, number 99, Kate Pregame.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Well, just finished up the national anthem, and all the girls are out on the field getting into their huddle for some final words of encouragement before the game starts here. Once again, it's going to be an interesting game with this wind blowing from the east to the west, and it's going to be definitely going to have a major factor in this game as we jump in tonight. Looks like placement-wise, Jaguars will be in black, and we'll be going from right to left on your screen from home, and the Ames Little Cyclones will be going from left to right in their white uniforms with the maroon, dark red numbering on there. Looking forward to a good game. Both programs are perennial factors in the state mix almost every year, so looking forward to a good game tonight.
You are watching Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Visit one of our 6 locations for all of your automotive and tire service needs.
All right, we're about ready to kick off here. Having to step on the ball so the ball doesn't blow away here to start the game out. Not usually something we have to do, but it's going to be one of the factors tonight. We're on a delayed kickoff. We were supposed to start at 5 o'clock tonight, but due to the weather that kind of came through the area earlier this afternoon, I wanted to be sure that we were going to miss that. Katie Compton picking the ball up on the outside. It's kicked out of bounds by the Cyclones. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars.
Jaguars, throw in.
Avery Lewis with the throw-in. Keeps the ball right on the edge. Rocking a tightrope on the edge of the pitch there. Balashitis takes the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the little Cyclones. Alexis Winky gets down the sideline there, and Balashitis is there to confront her. Gets the ball taken away. Moves the ball into the middle to Pennington. Pennington to Porter in the midfield. Ava Martin puts the ball out there in space for Porter, and the ball's kicked out of bounds by the defender from the Cyclones.
Throw in. Jaguars.
Balashitis takes it back to Bergen. Bergen resets the offense. Compton singing in David Martin. Pops it back out for a little give and go to back out to Compton. It's taken out of bounds by the little Cyclones. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Be a throw-in for Avery Lewis. Alexis Winky picks it up for little Cyclones, and then the Jaguar defense puts the clamps down and gets the ball back to Bergen. Evie Boyle with a touch for back to Bergen, back to Balashitis. Balashitis loses her defender and then loses the ball. It's taken over by the little Cyclones in their offensive zone. Compton to Porter in some space. Porter's got some room to run on the far side. She beat her first defender and is going to beat in the second one. The other defender's got back in. She's going to get an opportunity for a cross here, but the ball's going to trickle out the back of the pitch, and it'll be a free kick for the Little Cyclones.
The Little Cyclone, free kick.
Little Cyclones take it short and are bringing the ball out. Some ball control. Be out of bounds off the Jaguars. It'll be a throw-in for the Cyclones. Ball taken down into the offensive zone for the Cyclones. It's scooped up by Balashitis as she sends it back to Bergen, and Bergen puts it back into play in the middle of the field. Olivia Kroska on the ball, sends it up to Porter going down the sidelines. She's going to look to beat her defender. A nice trip out there. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Could have been easily been a foul on the little Cyclones there on the edge of the field. Evie Boyle with a couple touches, sends it down the line to Avery Porter. Porter takes it in deep. We'll get an early corner kick for the Jaguars. Corner kicks this season are brought to you by Iowa Rush. Looks like we're going to be sending Avery Lewis over to take this free kick. We had a kind of a mixture of who took the free kicks in our first game of the year. We had a little bit of everybody. We started the game out with Ella Hudacek taking the first couple, but right away tonight, Avery Lewis is going to be coming in to take the first one here. Got a lot of people in the box this time rather than people running towards the box. Be interesting to see how this goes with more of a stationary group of people in the box. He sends a nice ball in there. Goalie gets a hand on it, gets control of it. That's Taya Papillion of the Little Cyclones. And she does a throw in, and it's stolen by Katie Compton, who sends it back into the middle. But there's a defender there. Compton gets back control again. Is going to send it for another center. We'll settle for another corner kick. Brought to you by Iowa Rush this season.
Jaguar corner kick.
So it looks like Ella Hudacek's going to be coming across the field to take this second one, which is on the other side. So we may see a situation where Hudacek will be taking the ones from the near side of the field, and Avery Lewis will be taking the ones from the far side of the field. Porter drops in a little bit for maybe a short corner kick here. We'll see how this plays out. She's going to go ahead and send it in. Nice ball. Got a lot of people around that ball. Balashaitis trying to knock that ball down and get control of it. The Cyclones let that dribble out the backside, and it'll be a free kick for the Little Cyclones.
Little Cyclones, free kick.
So early tactic for the Little Cyclones on those free kicks is to take them very, very short and not let that ball get up into the sky and get it controlled by the wind. That'll be interesting to see how that's defended as the night goes on. With the pressure that Jaguars usually put on, that could be a problem for the Little Cyclones. We've already seen one of those early push-outs already stolen by Katie Compton and put it right back onto goal and puts the people into trouble. Balashaitis fouled as she tracks down the ball going into the Little Cyclone zone. It'll be a free kick for her just outside of the box.
Jaguar free kick.
I want to thank Addie Pollock on the camera tonight. Good to see her here for the first time this season. Porter with a nice pass to Pennington. Pennington over to Compton. Compton beats her girl. Got one person to beat as she gets in close. Takes a shot. Goalkeep gets a touch on the ball. Is able to bat it up into the air and get it under control. And Papillion with her second save of the night. Nice little shot by Compton though. Emily Conger, a freshman, with the header there to put it back into possession for the Jaguars. Another touch by her. Balashaitis out to Lewis. Lewis looks for an opportunity up the sideline. Gets it into Ava Martin in the midfield. Ball gets away. She's going to get a touch on this. Ooh, very close to having a little breakaway there. She split two defenders. Ball's going to bounce out of somebody here. It looks like it's off of the Jaguars, and it'll be a free kick once again for the Little Cyclones. Yeah, I can't get the ball to stay still. As soon as she steps away, the ball starts moving. So we're getting a little bit of a moving ball on that, which is interesting. Side ref just about got taken out by that ball as it goes out of bounds off of the Jaguars. It'll be a Little Cyclone throw-in. The ball girls are going to be busy tonight as these balls go out of bounds and start blowing in the wind right away. I guess there's a ball boy as well tonight. I mean, just see those batting cages in the background there, just blowing around crazy back there. So you definitely can see how big of an impact this win is going to be having. Balashaitis steps up and gets by him, and there'll be a foul in the midfield. That was probably going to save a little bit of a offensive breakaway for the Little Cyclones. That was 23. Evie Boyle stepping up and taking that foul far up the field here to keep it out of trouble. It'll be a free kick for number 17 for the Little Cyclones, Eliza Lockey. Actually, she just set the ball up for number 8. It'll be Haley Prakashan taking this first ball. She sends it in right along the turf there. Lewis sends the ball up the sideline there, up to trying to connect up with Ava Martin, but a little Cyclone defenders there to spoil the pass. Porter taking the ball down the side. She's beat that defender, settles up, trying to get a center off the defender. Porter once again gets a hold of the ball. Another defender's there to kick it out of bounds. It'll be Jaguars throwing deep in the offensive zone for them. Olivia Kroska, number 10, kind of started that little push up to the front there. We got throwing for the Jaguars. Balashaitis running the errant pass down and taking it back to Bergen for some early action for her. Back to Balashaitis. A little strong on the pass, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars, or for the little Cyclones. Porter with a nice little steal in the midfield. Tries to get into some open space for Ava Martin. A lot of Pennington with a touch on the ball. That's one person we haven't heard her name come up a lot so far in the game, and she was a pivotal part of a lot of the scoring and the scoring plays at the game up against who did we play the other night? Carlisle. Yeah, the game against Carlisle, correct. So I know that they'll look to start to get her involved more and more in that midfield. Ames have done a good job of keeping her out of the game thus far.
Jaguar, throw it.
Balashaitis gets his stake taken right out from under her, but still 3 against 1 as they move it down the field. She gets it to the outside, down to number 13 for the Cyclones, who makes a move. Nice little step in by the freshman to stop that pass coming back to the middle. Little Cyclones got a little bit cooking here, but it's broken up there and sent up to Porter. Porter does a nice little move, gets by her defender, looking for some open space, gets it in Ava Martin. Ava's going to be looking into Compton. Compton's going to get there, not going to get there in time. Papillion jumps out there and hops right on top of that ball right as Compton was getting a chance to touch it and get it around her. Couple touches by Pennington there. She tries to move that ball through the midfield, but gets that ball taken right off of her foot. Balashaitis chasing down this pass down here. Probably take it back to Bergen. Bergen over to Boyle. Kroska takes it over to Porter, and Porter had tried to pull a nice little move on the edge here.
Little Cyclone substitutions. Number 11, Madison Tucker, and number 21, Monica Hinson.
Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Player of the Game is. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at ankeny.law.com. Olivia Kroska with a nice little take. Compton is right through the goalie's leg, and Katie Compton was there waiting for it. We got a goal for Katie Compton. 16 minutes into the first half. That was really started by Olivia Kroska. Had got that ball in there, number 10, and put it in there. And the goalie was sitting right there waiting for it and just had a mishandle on the ball as it went through her legs. And Katie Compton was waiting there for it. We had number 2 just came into the game for the Jaguars.
Jaguar goal scored at the 15.
McKenna Hilton into the game. Number 2 takes place of Ava Martin at the forward spot. Substitutions at tonight's game are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. That'll be the 4th goal of the year for Katie Compton. Had a hat trick in the first game up against Carlisle at the home opener. Added another one tonight for 4 for her so far for this year. I know you guys can't tell at home, but the wind is just howling right now. It is shaking the press box up here, and just seems to be getting stronger and stronger kind of as the game goes on. We don't feel a lot of the wind, but we can hear it hitting the backside of the press box here. Pennington with a nice touch out to Avery Lewis. That's McKenna Hilton just into the game. She sends it over to Compton, who's got her nose on point to get another 5th goal. She tries to move to the middle. Could have easily been a penalty shot there. She went down, making her turn into the middle. Avery Porter sends the ball into Pennington. Pennington one-shots it, and it's off of a defender. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars.
Jaguars substitution by number 12, Marie Becker.
Emery Becker, number 12, into the game. As well as number 12 for the Little Cyclones, Lucille Socha. Porter takes the throw in, beats her defender. Secondary defender does get the steal and sends the ball up. It'll be a throw in for the Jaguars as it trickles out the far side. Kroska into Porter once again. Porter once again beats that first defender, but then is defended well by the second one. She does get the ball back, settles it down. Nice little move to get some space. Sends it to Emily Becker. Becker still moving in with the ball. Porter back with the ball again. Actually, we're going to get a corner kick out of there, I believe. Looks like.
Jaguar corner kick.
Yep, Avery Lewis is going to be running across the field to take this far side corner kick. The corner kicks this year are once again brought to you by Iowa Rush. It'll be interesting to see with her going against the wind here if she does decide to take this over to Porter and do a short side here for the kick in. She's trying to get that ball to stay steady, and it is not wanting to cooperate. Is it legal to have somebody go down there and tee it up like in football? Put a finger on it to tee it up for her. Nice little ball, though. Gets in there into some trouble. It does hang up in the wind, and it does trickle out the backside. Looked promising at the start of it, but then the wind kicked in and blew it right down. Papillion will take the free kick out. She does take it short this time once again. I think they're just playing with fire if they're going to try to take this right up the middle of the Jaguar offense there. But they do get it out there. Did a pretty good job of getting it out there. Number 2, Angelica Adinger for the Little Cyclones. A freshman forward was the one chasing it down there. She was in a foot race with Balashitis, and Balashitis just let that ball run out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Hilton with a nice little move to get Compton some space. Compton's going to take it up the sidelines, back up to her. But Cyclone defender's there to snag that one out from under her. Hilton once again with a take here, trying to send it into Compton. She gets it right back. Takes a long shot. It'll trickle out of bounds. That'll be a free kick for the little Cyclones. The little Cyclones got themselves out of some potential trouble there by getting the ball back across. As I said earlier, I think they're going to be playing with fire, trying to take those short free kicks. Jaguars have been very close to making them pay a couple times here, but hasn't resulted in any goals yet. Still a 1-0 lead with 18 minutes, just a little bit over 18 minutes left to go here in the first half. Want to be sure and thank Health First Chiropractic for being one of our newest sponsors of Centennial Digital this season. Glad to have them aboard. Little Cyclone settling down a ball in their offensive zone. Balashaitis steps up and in front of one of those passes, but number 14 for the little Cyclones. Maya Hennessy sends that ball out of bounds. It'll be thrown for the little Cyclones. It might be Mabe Hennessy. I apologize for a mispronunciation there. Evie Boyle with a little hit and a miss, or a swing and a miss there. Porter sends the ball over to Compton. Compton takes it to the middle. Start to see debris kind of flying across the field here.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Emma Evans and number 16, Allie Donovan.
Got number 16, Allie Donovan, and number 9, Emma Evans, just in for the little Cyclones. It'll be a free kick here for the little Cyclones. Ooh, nice little touch pass there, trying to get Compton opened up, and it almost worked. Olivia Kroska with a nice little one touch that was trying to put that right into the path of Compton, but just didn't connect perfectly. Avery Porter with a nice touch here, looking to get it to the middle. She drops it back to Emery Becker. Avery Lewis calling for the ball on the far side. She gets it. Is able to put the ball down right down the sideline. Alana Pennington chasing that ball down. It's kicked out of bounds by the little Cyclones. Porter with a nice touch, settles it down, beats her defender. A second defender's been there almost every time. It'll be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Friends, check out the new Zoom Room Dog Training Gym at 1875 North Ankeny Boulevard. We don't train dogs. We train the people that love them at the Zoom Room. Send us a pic of your dog at Jags Digital on Twitter or on our Centennial Digital's Facebook. And each week we will choose a pet of the week to get a gift from the Zoom Room. Bonus points if they're watching Centennial Digital. Be a corner kick. That'll be McKenna Hilton going over and taking that corner kick that's sponsored by Iowa Rush this season. Once again, she's going to be working hard to take that ball and get it to stop moving here. She's trying to dig a hole in the turf to get some space to put that ball in there. She puts the ball into play. It is hanging up in the air there. Handball. Looks like we got a handball there. A trash bag that just flew through the crowd here. So we're going to have a free kick, it looks like, for the Jaguars. It's a penalty kick. It was inside the box. Looks like who we got stepping up here to take the penalty kick. Looks like McKenna Hilton is going to be taking this penalty kick if she could keep the ball stopped. So it's just 13 minutes left to go here. It's over 13 minutes. She's going to be stepping in to take this penalty kick from a handball off of the corner kick from her as well. See what she could do. McKenna's a junior here, junior defender slash middle fielder slash forward, so she plays a little bit all over the field. Yeah, I don't know what the protocol is here if they can't get that ball to stop moving. Because, I mean, that's a hallmark of having to take a free kick is that the ball cannot be moving. And I know they've kind of let it go on a couple of the goal kicks, but she's got it down there. She's going to be taking it as a righty. She strikes and scores the goal! McKenna Hilton, number 2, for the second goal of the game for the Jaguars. 2-0 with 13 minutes left to go here in the first half. Little Cyclones put the ball back into play.
Jaguar goal scored by number 2, McKenna Hilton.
Be a throw in for the little Cyclones. Goalie's coming way out here to go ahead and grab that one, right on the very, very edge of the box. Papillion with one of her several saves that she's had here in the first half already. She's going to take that ball long. Avery Lewis able to wrangle that one up. Stolen by number 14 for the Cyclones. That's Mabe Hennessy. She sends that ball into the middle. Comes right back to her. She sends the ball over to 21, Annika Henson, sophomore midfielder. Got a foul from behind on the little Cyclones. It'll be a free kick for the Jaguars. Balashaitis looks to be stepping up to take that free kick. Ball bouncing around. Avery Lewis with a touch here. Sends it to Alana Pennington. Over to Avery Porter. Porter kind of goes, oh, that's number 22. I got a new person over there. Addison Fair looks like she's over on the far side, not Porter. Must have been a substitution I missed there. Got a whole different offensive grouping there in the offensive zone now. The only really person that's been in there is Alana Pennington. She's been in the whole first half here in the midfield. But other than that, all the forwards and attacking outsides are all different right now. Got a corner kick for the Jaguars. McKenna Hilton once again going over there to take that with just a little bit over 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Corner kicks this year sponsored by Iowa Rush. Hilton sends the ball in. Ball pinballing there inside the box. 22 steps up and takes a shot. Addison Fair with a nice little shot. Catches the wind right at the last second and goes to the left and a little bit too high. Little Cyclones take it short. A lot of Pennington goes over and snags that one. Avery Lewis taking it up the near side. Sends it out to Alana Pennington, sitting on the sideline. She sends a cross in to the far side, looking for Addison Fair. She just isn't able to get that. Runs all the way across the field, goes out the back side. It'll be a free kick for the Cyclones. Got another substitute coming in, number 20, Emily Conger, freshman, coming back into the game. She'll replace Alana Pennington. Substitutions in today's game are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Be a throw in for the Jaguars on the far side of the field. Nice little steal by McKenna Hilton. Gets the ball up to Gabby Lawrence. Gabby Lawrence sends it out to the outside. Emily Conger taking the ball down. Gets it back to Gabby Lawrence. Lawrence is going to maybe get a shot off and is defended well by the little Cyclones. And we're going to have a corner kick once again for the Jaguars. Brought to you by Iowa Rush. Little Cyclones will be making a hockey substitution here as the next whistle. Be bringing in number 17, Eliza Lockie, number 15, Lucy Brecky, number 5, Alexis Winky, and number 13, Cameron Moon. Mostly starters that have been taken out substitutions earlier in the game. They'll be back into the game. That's McKenna Hilton once again taking the near side free kick here as well, the corner kick. She steps up, puts the ball into play. Nobody really connected on the end of that. It's going to dribble right outside the backside of the field, and it'll be a throw-in for the little Cyclones. We're bringing a replay here, one of our new features here, McKenna Hilton's goal.
Little Cyclones substitutions, number 5, Alexis.
Nice little shot to the left side by McKenna Hilton off the penalty kick for her first goal for the year.
Eliza Lecky. Jaguars substitutions, number 11, Avery Porter, number 16, Ava Martin, number 21, Katie Compton and number 3, Alana Pennington.
The offensive starters back into the game for the Jaguars. The substitutions tonight are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. The Jaguars did a hockey change of their own with a whole new set of players on the offensive side. Katie Compton with a nice little turn, trying to beat that defender and trying to get across. Ball's going to trickle out for another corner. Oh, nope. Far side referee called a corner, and the mid-ref called a free kick. Just 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Avery Lewis steps into that ball. Crosses, nice cross in the middle. Almost had another handball there. I thought that went off of a leg and went up to an arm. It easily could have been called there as well. Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci law player of the game is, your local attorneys, and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at ankenylaw.com. As we wind down the first half here, we'll be bringing you the Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show. So we're looking forward to that. See what kind of information we can get out here for you. Maybe find out the game for the Ankeny and the Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, I think, is ranked 7th in the state right now as well, and was in the finals match with Centennial last year. The 2-0 win for the Jaguars to win that championship up against Abraham Lincoln. And I believe Abraham Lincoln is who knocked the Hawks out in the semifinals as well. So they should be bringing back a nice little team there as well, and be challenging both of the crosstown teams tonight and tomorrow. Ava Martin looked up and tried to find some open space for Katie Compton and send that ball, and it just got caught a little bit up in the wind and kind of died before it got to her. Bergen's having to come out of goal here to control the ball and sends it out of bounds to let the defense reset for a second. She's probably just looking itching to be part of the game there, so she jumped out and got that ball out of bounds to get everybody a chance to reset. Eliza Lockey with a touch in that's going to dribble into Bergen for her first save of the night. She surveys the field and sends it outside. And then Hudacek sends it out of bounds, trying to connect up with Porter. Little Cyclones will be throw-in with just 2 minutes left to go here in the half. Alana Pennington picks up the ball for Porter with a lot of open space in front of her. Defense is setting up well, but she'll send that ball to some open space for Katie Compton, who takes on her defender and tries to get it to Ava Martin. Ava Martin does get one touch on it, and then it gets into the defenders. And they do send it out. Looks like Jaguars are going to get back control of it with Porter having a couple touches here. Hudacek getting out to the outside to get control. Send it down the line, but it's knocked out of bounds by one of the little Cyclones. Hopefully one of the new features we also have going tonight is we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Allen as he goes off the field tonight, maybe get a question into him and see how the game's going. So we'll see if that works tonight as well. Just 1 minute left to go here in the half. Oh. Yeah, we'll be trying to fight against the wind here, so we'll see how it goes. But Andy Pollock once again adding to the production value of these productions each and every time that we come out. Nice little replay tonight, and then the addition with additional cameras and 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. Little Cyclones do have a cross here. They do get a touch on it. Just goes kind of awry. Still in play. Looks like we may have even had a offsides call by the near side referee.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're going to give this a shot here, see if we can get a chance to talk to Coach Allen.
2 Little Cyclones, 0.
Hey, Coach Allen, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Well, appreciate you doing this for us. Obviously, tonight we got some adverse conditions going on there tonight. It's adding a little bit of a spice to the game. I think the girls are fighting to get some open space that maybe they had in the last game and got kind of used to it. What kind of things are we going to try to maybe get going maybe for the second half to get some more space like against Carlisle the other night?
Yeah, I think against Carlisle we were able to draw them into our half and then build up. I think the big thing here is we've got to try to switch fields. The conditions are really making it hard to go from one side to the other. With our switches, the ball's kind of dying on its way across the field. So that would be one way if we could, but right now it's probably just kind of weather the conditions and protect the goal a little bit would be what I'd say ultimately.
Yeah, perfect. Coach Allen, I appreciate your time. Have a good halftime, sir.
All right, thank you for the coverage.
Well, that'll bring us into our halftime show brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. We'll be back in a few minutes with our halftime show. Thank you.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member F. Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Mackerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Welcome back to the Lincoln Savings Bank halftime show, and you can see the wind is just shaking things up in our press box right now. Andy Pollock here with Austin Oliver. The Jaguars are leading Ames right now 2-0 at the break. For over 120 years, Lincoln Savings Bank has been loving the people we work with and the customers we serve. With locations all over Iowa, LSB offers commercial and retail banking, mortgage, insurance, and wealth management, along with an award-winning small business lending team. Proud to be part of the Ankeny community for over 10 years. Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Austin Oliver, a good first half for the Jags. Possessed the ball for the most part, not nearly as much as the other night against Carlisle, but I really thought the Jags controlled the tempo in the first half.
Yeah, I think the wind is definitely playing some tricks on everybody tonight. Like Coach Allen said, as he's going into halftime, is that they just have to really work on keeping that ball down and connecting up on those passes.
The weather tonight has wreaked havoc, not only here, but all around the state. We've seen cancellations, schools getting out early, schools holding kids after. Some tornadoes have touched down in the state of Iowa tonight. This game itself was delayed by an hour. The boys are over in Iowa City, and their game was called off for tonight. They will play tomorrow morning, likely in some snow over there, as we've seen 78-degree temperatures here today, and expected to be about 30 degrees or so tomorrow morning. So we will take a look around the CIML right now, powered by U.S. Cellular. At U.S. Cellular, we care about our customers and communities. As always, tonight's live stream is powered by U.S. Cellular's very powerful 5G network, located just north of Northview Middle School and right across from the Ankeny Sonic. Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. Austin, you've got a score from the south side tonight here in this Crosstown Classic.
Yeah, I think right now it's 1-0. I'm waiting to get a more recent update here, but it's 1-0 in favor of the Hawks. Once again, like I said in the first half, Abraham Lincoln's Council Bluffs is the other team that's going to be playing tonight, and then tomorrow against the Jaguars as well. It brings in a really solid team, so it's a really good early season test for both of these clubs.
I believe I saw they were ranked 7th in the initial Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union preseason. Well, I guess not quite preseason. Some teams have played a game, but the
and a returning state finalist as well. So they beat the Ankeny Hawks coming into the semis, and then had a great game against the Jaguars 2-0 in the finals as well.
Iowa's premier indoor youth sports facility is open right now this spring. The Field House at Prairie Trail Sports Complex here in Ankeny. They offer boys and girls basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, hit track leagues for softball and baseball, pickleball galore. Visit prairietrailsc.com for details on tournaments, leagues, and other events for the Ankeny community. That's going to do it for our Lincoln Savings Bank halftime report. We'll be back with the second half and Austin Oliver right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
This is Austin Oliver coming back to you as we end the last 15 seconds of the second half here, or the halftime here, to jump into the second half. Exciting first part of the game, 2-0 lead for the Jaguars over the Little Cyclones from Ames. Whistle just sounds, so we'll be getting the players back out here in the blustery conditions we have here. So parents and grandparents, check out Rainbow of the Heartland and Grimes for the best in swing sets, basketball hoops, courts, and trampolines. They also offer commercial playgrounds and have been Iowa's playground superstore for 25 years. The March Mania sale goes through April 9th, where you get a free collegiate pull pad with the purchase of a goal setter basketball hoop. Call 1-800-RAINBOW or visit rainbowoftheheartland.com. Appreciate them as one of our sponsors. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the replay we had in the first half, as well as the commentary we got provided by Coach Allen as he left the field on how the first half went and what they're going to be doing going into the second. Exciting to be able to add that level of production to the game. So for the second half, once again, the Little Cyclones will be out there in white. It'll be on your right side for the second half. We'll be moving to the left. And the hometown Jaguars will be going from the left to the right, and they're all blacks as the echoes of Welcome to the Jungle here for the Jaguars ends here with little Guns N' Roses ending up the halftime. Andy, do we have a time for that game tomorrow? 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock game tomorrow, it'll be the Jaguars up against Abraham Lincoln, Council Bluffs.
Little Cyclones possession.
It'll be Little Cyclones with the ball to start out the second half. Number 5, Alexis Winky gets the ball put into play for the Little Cyclones. Porter sends the ball down to Ava Martin. Ava Martin with some touches there, gets control of the ball. Puts it back into the middle. Little Cyclones get a steal in the midfield there, or taking it up the far side of the field. And it's taken out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars right at midfield. Alana Pennington with some touches. Avery Lewis over to Katie Compton, back to Avery Lewis. I mean, the Cyclones are down 2-0, but they've done a good job of taking away space for the Jaguars that they were really accustomed to having against the Carlisle Wildcats. Haven't had a lot of offense to go along with that defense, but they've done a pretty good job of stepping into the right place at the right time and avoiding some big trouble that the Carlisle Wildcats, if we found them, say nice little pass from Pennington into Compton. Compton gets a little bit of the ball at her feet, and we're going to get our first corner of the second half.
You are watching Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Visit one of our 6 locations for all of your automotive and tire service needs.
And the corner kick will be taken, looks like, by Avery Lewis here. And the corner kicks are brought to you by Iowa Rush. Lewis puts it into play, keeps that ball low, and it goes right off of a little cyclone, and it'll be another corner kick. Another corner kick. It goes right off of a little cyclone defender. I got a roving reporter maybe getting a good shot of this one down here right now. They take it short. It gets to Avery Porter. Avery Porter pushes ahead. Tries to nutmeg her defender, and I think she might have gotten there, but it kind of dies as it goes back. It'll be a free kick for the Little Cyclones. Cyclones take that ball short once again to the side. On Pennington with the steal. Gets it over to Kroska. Kroska trying to get it over to Martin. Hudacek with a touch. She goes down the line to Porter. Porter's right there with her defender. Does a nice job of keeping it in bounds. Hudacek does a nice job of keeping it in bounds. It's tapped out by the Little Cyclones. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Hudacek right into Porter. Another throw-in for the Jaguars. Hudacek tries to launch that one in and just takes it right off the side of her foot and goes out of bounds. So it'll be a free kick for the Little Cyclones. Just 5 minutes into the second half, still a 2-0 lead for the Jaguars. That's off of goals by McKenna Hilton and off of a penalty kick and a goal off of Katie Compton, her 4th of the year. Nice little touch by Pennington. They're getting really close to connecting in there, and it's just going to be a matter of time before they get that connection in there perfect. The offense is definitely probing in there, and one of these times is going to get some success with that, with those little touches that they're getting inside there. Martin with a nice touch over to Pennington. Pennington puts it back out there to the far side. Nice touch from the outside. Kroska with the touch, and we'll get offsides here. It'll be a free kick for the Little Cyclones, just right inside the box. A foul called on the Jaguars as a Little Cyclone tumbles to the ground. Compton gives a look to the referee, acting like she didn't do anything, but still gets called for it. Pennington with a nice little header into Ava Martin. Ball sails out of bounds off of a deflection off of a Little Cyclone. It'll be Jaguar throw-in. So we've got a second game here tonight. After this one gets over, it looks like the Linmar Lions will be playing the Northwest Waukee. Northwest Waukee with the Wolves. Yeah, Northwest Waukee Wolves will be playing in the second part of the doubleheader. And over on the south side, the Valley High School Tigers will be up against the Pleasant Valley Spartans. Is it the Spartans over there? Yeah, Spartans. Nice shot for Pennington. Bounces off of the little Cyclone goal keep. And then Porter gets it right on it and is able to deflect it right out of bounds for a corner kick for the Jaguars. Corner kicks sponsored by Iowa Rush. And here with this cool weather, it makes me think of getting over to Cabaret tonight, maybe getting some cheese balls and some libations here for sure at the end of the game to get myself warmed up. I know it's one of your favorite spots here in town. Cabaret is one of our sponsors. We appreciate them being a sponsor from the very get-go. Yeah, Wings. Yeah, Hawkeye game tonight. Caitlin Clark's going to be leading the Hawkeyes in that Final Four game up against South Carolina. That corner kick went in there. I think they might get another corner kick on the other side now. That'll be Katie Compton hustling over with just a little bit over 31 minutes left to go here in the second half.
Jaguar corner kick.
It'll actually be Avery Porter going up there, and they take that ball short. Compton's taking the ball out. She's looking to get an opportunity to send it into some space. Ball gets up the midfield, then back down to Katie Compton. She feeds it to Ava Martin. Ava Martin's got some room here to take a shot. She centers over, and the goalie's in the right spot. Papillion for the save. And she runs out to put the ball back into play. She's going to do a free kick there. Emery Becker steps up and knocks that ball down over Avery Lewis. Avery Lewis sends the ball down to Katie Compton. She's got some room down there. Nice little stop and go. She's looking for an opportunity to get across, but the defender there from Ames, Haley Percussion, is able to step up and get that ball away from her, but then the Jaguars get it right back. Headed out of bounds by the little Cyclones. It'll be a Jaguar throw-in. Some of you viewers out there, you have to check in on online there and let us know where you guys are watching from. It's always a good idea to see what kind of places we're reaching tonight. So, nice shot from Pennington. The goalie's in the right place at the right time. It goes off of her and it goes out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick, which those are adding up here for the Jaguars. Those are sponsored by Iowa Rush. It'll be Avery Porter going over to take this. Got to be the fourth or fifth one that we've had so far here.
Jaguar corner kick.
Avery Porter stepping up just under 10 minutes here into the second half. She puts the ball into play, keeps it along the ground, and just rolls out of bounds. She's definitely, from her nonverbal, she definitely wanted that one back to try again, but I think she'll get another opportunity as we go on. Balshaitis comes up as a defender and puts that ball all the way up at the offensive zone. Just has a little bit too much mustard, and it rolls out the backside of the pitch for a free kick for the little Cyclones. Nice little knockdown by Kroska into Ava Martin. Ava Martin tries to pass it off instead of taking a shot. We got people all over the ground there inside the box. Number 13, Cameron Moon sends it back up the field for the Little Cyclones. Avery Lewis sends it back down deep into the offensive zone for Avery Porter. She looks to beat her gal going down the sidelines. It's another corner kick for the Jaguars. Got a substitution coming in for the Jaguars. Number 20, Emily Conger, entering the field. Substitutions in tonight's game are brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. She replaces Livia Kroska. Porter and Compton take the ball short, or Porter and Lewis take the ball short, and Lewis sends that ball back down to Porter, just a little bit too strong, and the ball heads out of bounds. Be a free kick for the Cyclones. We're also going to be having number 2, McKenna Hilton, one of the goal scorers in the first half. She'll be coming into the game here in just a few seconds. Shot taken by number 12, Emery Baker, freshman midfielder. Ball just floats a little bit and goes to the right of the goal. Hilton will be replacing Ava Martin. So Katie Compton will be moving into the middle forward position, and Hilton will be moving to the left side forward. Just got word that Grandma Linda Becker's watching from Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome, and thanks for joining us tonight on this blustery night. Hopefully you guys have some better weather over there in Lincoln. Lewis almost had a shot trickle through there and get on goal. It's going to lead to a corner kick for the Jaguars. 26 minutes left to go here in the second half. 2-0 lead for the Jaguars. Avery Porter down there close to Lewis to take the short side, but she's going to send that ball in. Nice kick this time. Looking to connect up top. Ooh, side heel kick by Katie Compton off of a pass by McKenna Hilton. Hilton put that ball in there in a great position. It kind of stopped, and then Katie Compton was there for a back heel kick for the goal. Her second for the night. Five goals for Katie Compton on the air for her second for tonight, following the hat trick against Carlisle. Nice assist from McKenna Hilton, sending that ball in strong.
With her second goal of the night, it's number 21, Katie Compton.
Crowd getting a little feisty, wanting the clock to get running again. Everybody wants to get out of this wind, I think. So. We're going to adjust the clock down to 25 minutes even. There we go. Got it back on track. Be a throw in for the Jaguars. Little Cyclones with a little offensive dribbling here, getting in there. Balashitis steps up and knocks that ball back to Avery Lewis. Got a counter-attack here for the Jaguars. Sending the ball outside Avery Porter. She's streaking down the right side. The defender does get a touch on the ball and sends it out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Little Cyclones. Balashitis with some defending down there. Little Cyclones with a throw in.
Little Cyclone, throw in.
Pennington with the steal. Sends out to McKenna Hilton. McKenna Hilton taking it down the sidelines. It's interrupted by a couple defenders from the Little Cyclones. While we cycle that ball back, I think we have the replay from the goal. Got the corner kick set up here. That's one of the corner kicks. I don't think it was the goal, was it? It was the goal? It was the goal. Nice replay from our on-the-field correspondent tonight. Cash is helping us out tonight on the field. Olivia Kroska back into the game. Our substitutions tonight brought to you by Dr. Stacy Munger and the crew at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. The Cyclones are starting to find some possession of the ball here as the second half winds down a little bit. Porter with a pass into the middle for Pennington. Pennington looking to get it back into Compton, and she does get a touch, loses the ball, gets a touch back, and Cyclones get the last touch. They send it up the field. A run out of bounds for a throw in for the Jaguars. Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Player of the Game is, your local attorney, and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law, 515-964-8777, or online at ankenylaw.com. Little collision on the sideline there, and the ball goes out of bounds off of a Little Cyclone. It'll be the Jaguars with a corner kick, sponsored by Iowa Rush.
Jaguar corner kick.
Avery Lewis will be going over to take this kick. Nobody's there for short, so she'll be launching this one in with just a little bit over 20 minutes left to go here in the second half. She puts the ball into play. One nice one touch there, just missed on the far side. Balshai chucks that one down, and it dribbles out of bounds.
Little Cyclone substitutions. Number 2, Angelica Ettinger. Number 12.
I want to also welcome Rich and Mary Lewis in Bonita Springs, Florida. They win the award for the longest viewership out there for furthest away. Welcome, and thanks for watching tonight. Send a little warm weather up our way here. We would appreciate it. Just crossed the 20-minute for the second half of the second half. Jaguars pushing it down the field. Throwing for the Little Cyclones. Headed back in with Olivia Kroska. Compton to Porter and back to Compton. Pennington to Avery Lewis. Avery Lewis is going to send it to the outside to Hilton, but no. She decides to keep it herself and take it up the middle. Touched by Emily Conger. Back out to Hilton. Looks like maybe the end of the night for Ella Hudacek. She's got some ice that she just got taped onto her back. Just a little bit over 18 minutes left to go. Be throwing for the Jaguars really far into their offensive zone here. Little Cyclones get a couple touches on the ball. Balashitis puts an end to that right at short of midfield. Sends it around with the openings to try to get some space. Porter comes back for the ball. Checks it down to Emery Becker, freshman. Over to Katie Compton.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats. Steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts. All raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
We'll stick around after the game for the West 40 Market post-game show. We all love Teresa Davis, the manager and owner of West 40 Market. Great to have her on as a sponsor this year as well. I know everybody's looking forward to that spring grilling season. She's going to be a busy gal here as the weather starts to warm up a little bit. Avery Porter with a nice touch there. She's going to try to get it back to the middle to Katie Compton, but she gets stepped down and goes down in a heap. But the referee says no foul. Gives the all safe sign into the middle. Little Cyclones with a throw-in. Jaguars starting to mount some pressure here. It just seems like they're everywhere as Ames tries to get that ball out of the danger zone. Lana Pennington with a shot. Looked like it went off the back of one of the defenders, but it'll be a free kick. Have number 6 coming into the match, Gabby Lawrence, and number 22, Addison Fair, will be replacing Katie Compton and Avery Porter. I think there's going to be some considerations with a quick turnaround time with the game tomorrow as well, that they'll want to be getting some of these starters and reserves for that matter some rest to be ready to go tomorrow. Fair does a nice job of getting the ball right into a danger zone. Another touch from her. Goes right over to the goalie. Papillion with a save. Friends, check out the new Zoom Room Dog Training Gym at 1875 North Ankeny Boulevard. We don't train dogs, we train the people that love them at the Zoom Room. Send us a pic of your dog at Jags Digital on Twitter or on our Centennial Digital Facebook page, and each week we will choose a pet of the week to get a special gift from the Zoom Room. Bonus points if they are watching Centennial Digital. Fair trying to track down a pass that came out of the middle. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars as she takes that ball out of bounds. Number 17 for Little Cyclones, Eliza Lockey, senior midfielder, will be jumping in the game here shortly. She's trying to get warmed up here on the half line. Ready to go in. Fair with a shot towards goal. Goalie's ready to jump out and pick that one up. She takes a strong kick, puts it all the way down the field. Balashitis is there to knock that ball down and get it back into the offensive zone for the Jaguars. Pennington is a little touch from McKenna Hilton, sends it back to Pennington. She beats a couple defenders. She's getting in deep. She takes a shot. Dribbles off one of the defenders, and the Papillion's right there for the pickup. Emery Becker with a touch. Tries to connect up with McKenna Hilton, or with Addison Fair, and it does trickle out of bounds.
Substitution, number 17, Eliza Lecky.
Lockheed does enter in the game, number 17 for the Little Cyclones. Belshais with a nice touch there out to Avery Lewis down the far sideline. She gets the ball back into the middle. Lana Pennington rushing up to get it, and it's actually gotten by the Little Cyclones. Evie Boyle sends it out to Emery Becker. Becker to Kroska. Kroska down to Hilton. Hilton, nice little touch. Looks for an opportunity to send it to the middle. Emery Becker. Out to Fair. Fair's looking to center. Balashida steps up. Evie Boyle, nice calm and collected back there as she was one-on-one with her offensive counterpart bearing down on her, but she was able to control that ball and send it over to Balashitis as she moved back into her defensive position. Got Maddie Stribe getting ready to come into the game with just under 12 minutes left to go here in the second half. 3-0 lead for the Jaguars. 2 goals for Katie Compton and a single goal for McKenna Hilton off of a penalty kick.
Jaguars substitution, number 14, Madeline Stribe.
Stribe's going to be coming in for, looks like, for Pennington. And then Emery Becker is going to be moving into the midfielder for her position. Stribe will be coming into the right outside defender. Little Cyclone goes down hard on the end line. Looks like she's all right. She's picking herself back up. Pass to Stribe. Heavy Boyle does a nice job of stepping up and taking on a defender in the offensive zone and getting the ball back for the Jaguars. Avery Lewis sends it out to Hilton. Hilton keeps it in bounds, beats her defender, and goes down the line. Nice job of some fancy footwork there along the sidelines. Lewis and Hilton playing give and go there. Nice little heel kick for Hilton back to Lewis. Hilton sends the ball in. Ames defender stepping up. And got a trip there. What are they going to call there? Calling a penalty, or is he calling a corner kick? Called a corner kick? Yep, called a corner kick. Corner kick's brought to you by Iowa Rush. Maybe McKenna Hilton stepping out to take the corner kick. She had much better luck here in the second half of keeping that ball from moving. She steps up, puts the ball into play. Hits the side of the goal keep. 2 substitutions in for the Little Cyclones. It'll be Alexandra Coleman-Schneider and number 5, Alexis Winky, back into the game.
Alexandra Coleman-Schneider.
Looks like one of the defenders is helping the goalkeeper Taya Papillion tie her shoes. I imagine it's hard to tie them with those big gloves on, so. Addison Fair with a steal inside the box there. Able to take a few touches before it gets knocked out of there. Avery Lewis with a long shot, but the goalkeeper's in the right position to get the ball there. Number 13 for the Cyclones will be coming in, Cameron Moon, senior forward. She's a starter, so they'll get most of their starting lineup back in for the last 8 minutes of the game. 3-0 lead for the Jaguars. Other upcoming events we have on Centennial Digital. We have the game up against tomorrow at 11 o'clock. It'll be the Jaguar girls once again taking on Abraham Lincoln Council Bluffs. I think next Thursday for the boys we have them matching up against Urbandale. I don't think we have the rankings out for the boys yet, but I know that was the number 1 against number 2 or 3 last year, with the Jaguars taking a big win early in the season from the Jayhawks. Do we have any track going on earlier in the week at all, Andy? Nothing early in the week, so it'll just be tomorrow for some more gals soccer, and then Thursday for the boys, their season opener against Urbandale. I think the Jags are bringing in a really strong team again this season. Should be really fun to watch. They had a lot of goal scorers last year, so it'll be exciting to see them come out and take the field as well. Got a few other people going into the game. We got Kerrigan Miller coming in for the first time tonight. She's number 5. We got number 15, Ava Walk, a sophomore, and then number 13, Piper Zeman, who had some action against Carlisle as well, coming into the game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second half. 3-0 lead for the Jaguars. I think we may be at completely a whole group of substitutions here, except for maybe Balashitis at the back, maybe. I think our captain is the only one that stayed in there off of these starters. I think almost everybody else that's in there. Maybe Avery Lewis is back there. Maybe Avery Lewis is another starter. I think she's on the far side there. So 2 of the starters in, but mostly substitutions here as we wind down the game. Hilton on the far side, fighting for a corner kick. Be Avery Lewis coming from the far side to take this near side corner kick. McKenna Hilton looks like she's staying short just in case they make the decision to go short on this in ball, this corner kick. Corner kick brought to you by Iowa Rush. Lewis puts it into play. Nice ball. Almost a header by number 12, Emery Becker. She got down into position and just missed the ball, putting that ball right onto the frame for a potential goal there. Cool night like tonight, I might be ducking that ball as well as that comes screaming in there, trying to take that one off of a forehead. Has to be a little bit uncomfortable. Little Cyclones playing with fire. The Jaguars step in and make a steal there on the short side of the field, on the far side of the field. Nice pressure. Papillion gets a save. She takes it short to number 13, Cameron Moon. Moon out to Lucille Socha. So she takes that ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Ava Walk, throw with a throw-in. Bergen steps up and sends that ball all the way down into the offensive zone. Cyclones look like they got something cooking here, but Balashitis is in there as some leadership. Gets that ball and sends it out of bounds for the Jaguars to reset off of the little Cyclones throw-in. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second half. 3-0 lead for the Jaguars. Throw-in comes into Cameron Moon. Cameron Moon send it back out to the throw-in. Momentarily, Jaguars have possession, but Ames gets it right back. Sends it back to recycle and open up the field a little bit on the defensive zone. Weak shot on goal. Bergen comes out easily and corrals that ball. Sends that ball down the field with a strong kick. Sent to the outside to McKenna Hilton. A pass from Gabby Lawrence. Hilton sends it into the middle. It goes off of a defender and is going to be another corner kick. Brought to you by Iowa Rush for the Jaguars. Got our on-field correspondent Cash with some fancy footwork there as he stops that ball from going back into the fence. Gets it ready for the ball girl who sets it up on the near side. It'll be Avery Lewis coming over for the corner kick. Okay. We're going to try to catch Coach Allen here at the end of the game as well for a post-game interview here. Nice corner kick in there. Dangerous. Is still bouncing around there. Still pinballing. Balashitis up in the air. Takes a hard fall after she heads the ball back into play. She's still down there mixing it up on the offensive line. Little Cyclones are just desperate to get that ball out of there. Got a breakaway for the Cyclones. Potentially number 2 out there. Angela Ehringer. Jaguars just barely get back on defense. A nice job defending there by number 14, Madeline Stribe, to get that ball out of there. Ball sails out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for the little Cyclones out of the goalkeeper box. Just 30 seconds left to go here in the game. Papillion, the goalkeeper, puts it back into play on a short ball. Jaguar defenders are all lurking. Offensive players are all lurking there, trying to get a steal and get that ball back and to get a shot on goal. Just 10 seconds left to go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll take a quick break and maybe be back with a short interview with Coach Allen.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Hey, Coach Allen, you hear me? Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for joining us here for a post-game as well here. Obviously, we'll take the 3-0 win tonight in these conditions, and I know we got some things coming in tomorrow. We got Abraham Lincoln coming in tomorrow. What are your thoughts coming into that game as we have one of the, I think, the person you had, the team you had in the finals last year for the state championship, correct? What are your thoughts on that game coming up tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, one thing is they're going to be certainly out for revenge. I think it's probably a good way to describe what they'll look like. Looking at them in some film, they look really physical this year. They look very talented. So we just got to be prepared for that. We've got to be on our game.
Well, we appreciate you taking some time after the game. Congratulations on the 3-0 win, and we'll look forward to covering you tomorrow as well. Appreciate your time, sir.
All right, thanks for the coverage.
Well, that pulls us out here at the end, a 3-0 win for the Jaguars. Once again, we'll be having a game tomorrow here at 11 o'clock here up against the Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. Once again, like I said, it's going to be a repeat of the state finals from last year. They are ranked 7th in the state this year, so we'll be looking forward to that matchup. Appreciate having West 40 Market being our post-game sponsor tonight. Andy, any other thoughts that you've got coming in the end of the game?
Well, I think tonight, we've got to name our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game. And I think tonight, as you look at things, McKenna Hilton comes off the bench, has a goal quickly when she comes in off the penalty kick, and then ends it up with an assist later on. So I think our Lamberti, Goki, Lucci Law player of the game tonight is junior McKenna Hilton.
Yeah, I think she had a great game. Had a goal, and then had a part of the other goal too as well. To Katie Compton. Katie Compton coming in with her 4th and 5th goal of the year, following that hat trick against Carlisle. So just had a great night in some really adverse conditions for the Jaguars.
No doubt. And we want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Again, the final score: Centennial 3, Ames 0. Centennial improves to 2-0 on the year. Ames falls to 0-1 on the young season. Our next production on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, will be tomorrow morning. With quick turnaround, we'll be back to be right here again at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Pregame around 10:45. Your Cinerama Ankeny pregame show will kick off. Then it's going to be cold. We'll have the heaters going up here in the press box, and we'll have fun tomorrow morning. If you can't make it, if you got other stuff going on, we hope to see you here. But if you can, as always, you can catch all the home games here on Centennial Digital on the Central Iowa Sports Network YouTube channel. I'm Andy Pollock for Austin Oliver. Good night, everyone. It's time for us to head to the cabaret.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses: Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Cinerama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.